Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. So, the big news today with is, of course, regarding the court case, the ongoing Prince Harry court case, where he's trying to get security, and they keep referring to him in the news as the Duke. The Duke. It's like, oh, you mean Harry? Yeah, that one. It's just so ridiculous. I had to read through it and just change it from the Duke to Harry all the time. Yeah, let me see if I can find my. Here it is. So this was Victoria Ward wrote this just today about a stalker. Harry's stalker sat stone's throw away from him on 2 occasions at the High Court last week. Telegraph can reveal. So apparently, the Sussex squatter came back. So it can now be revealed that the known stalker is understood to be suffering from a mental health issues. Nice way to segue into Harry's mental health there, right? That's not very nice to say about your stalker, Harry, about your Sussex squatter. So, you get labeled with mental health, and if Harry and his security or police get their hands on you, you're going to be in for quite a time. That's all I got to say. For a long time. Of course, Harry of all people to be talking about mental health. He needs mental health more than anybody. But yeah, so apparently the Sussex squatter. You remember? I couldn't find the video from the last time. I was looking for it the last time she showed up in court. Very short hair and like squirming around in her chair and not really knowing what was going on. Anyways, so she came back and she was apparently sitting in the back of the room in the public area, not doing anything wrong, right? So what's the problem, in my opinion? On both occasions, the woman was on a list of known fixated individuals drawn up by private intelligence company for Harry. So they're saying she's got mental health issues. Well, how do they know? And number 2, they say that she's on a fixated persons list that Prince Harry and his team came up with. In other words, what Prince Harry came up with. Not on like the Met Police's fixated person lists. You see what I'm saying? You see that was pointed out thanks to look at the comments from the Reddit channel, Saint Meghan Markle channel. They're digging into this. That Harry, how obvious it is that Harry is doing this to try to win security, extra security. So the Sussex squatters there came twice, visited twice, did nothing wrong, sat in the back. And they're saying, oh, Harry made a list and put her on it. They said that she was there and his private security team noticed it and they alerted the security staff. But the security staff told him there's nothing they can do because they're not the police, number 1. And number 2, it's a public building and she has the right to be there. So you see, Prince Harry thinks that he's in a public place that members of the public shouldn't be allowed to be there, and he doesn't like them. You see that? See, this dictatorial demeanor and attitude shows up again and again. Hi, John. How are you? Yeah, he is a whiny baby brat. He's a dangerous, whiny, nasty, evil baby brat, in my opinion. He spent a little more than 2 hours on the stand. And Harry had a breakdown on the stand. He did a horrible job. He acted like a whiny brat on the stand, where he claimed that the Associated Newspapers Limited, quote, made my wife's life an absolute misery. So yeah, you and Meghan make our lives absolute misery. Shut up and go away. He denied befriending a Mail on Sunday journalist on Facebook using the pseudonym Mr. Mischief while partying with her in Ibiza. And Harry insisted that his social circle was not leaky. Harry is really dumb. I know people say how dumb he is. He really is dumb. So the stalker, the Sussex squatter, worked for Harry, probably paid her to be there. You know it. Or Meghan did. So what he was in the U.S. on Saturday. He attended. Okay, I didn't know about this one. He attended a premiere of Cookie Queens at the Sundance Film Festival with Megalodon. Apparently, Harry and Meghan are listed as executive producers for the coming of age documentary. So, once again, targeting young people. The Stalker, Sussex squatter, previously followed Harry to Nigeria. Yeah, right, Harry. You mean you paid for her to go to Nigeria? Who's going to fly to Nigeria? Well, that's going to be an awfully expensive trip. Somebody had to pay for it. I don't think one of his stalkers could afford that unless he flipped the bill for her. And then they claimed that this alleged stalker evaded security to get into a security zone in a central London hotel where he was attending the Well Child event. Okay, so that's this article. So this was from October, where the Sussex squatter showed up again, probably at Harry's request. There's no pictures, they don't name it, but we all know it's going to be the Sussex squatter. She had also seen him 2 days later at the Center for Blast Injury Studies in West London. So, Harry is world famous. He's been famous his entire life, right? 40, what is he, about 40 years now? He has one stalker. One. This man is in public all the time, shoving himself in all our faces on Netflix and Gale and Oprah News and just constantly in our faces. And he's got one stalker, and he's making it, which I don't even believe is a stalker. I believe it's a Sussex squatter. But anyways, I find that kind of ironic that he would have one, just one. That shows how unpopular he is, right? Yeah, and they let her in the next day. Well, yeah, it's a public place, and she wasn't doing anything wrong. She's just sitting there. He's like, I saw her before. It's like, yeah, so it's a public place. She can go if she wants. If I lived nearby, I'm sure I would have checked it out too. So I could make fun of them and get unflattering pictures. And I'd want to be there when he lost for sure. I definitely, if I lived in the area for sure. Anyways, so I could laugh at him. Ha ha ha, Harry. Oh, and speaking of which, I was gonna say you could throw tomatoes at him. But speaking of which, has anybody heard from Yankee Wally? She hasn't been active recently on social media. I know she just disappears for long stretches of time. I don't know if anybody heard from her. Haven't seen her interacting on Twitter or YouTube, so just curious. Anyways, after losing his appeal, Harry wrote to Shabana Mahmood, newly appointed Home Secretary. Yeah, her and Harry are working together to steal tax dollars from the UK people. Yeah. So according to Harry, he's exposed now. Yeah, and that's so of course, this is being used to try to push for him to win his security. And you gotta read the comments on St. Meghan Markle Reddit page. They're tearing this apart, exposing every bit of what a lie this is. Like, so let me get this straight. He has a stalker, but there's nothing in the court records that indicate that he has filed a restraining order. So against this individual, or nothing in the police records that indicate he has filed a police report against the individual. So when he's in England, this alleged stalker shows up where he's at, but he doesn't file a restraining order or a police report. When said alleged stalker shows up, isn't that awfully convenient? Yeah, and they're saying because that would be a lie to an officer of the court, and they can't do that. Yeah, so that's why he doesn't make a police report about it, and that's why it's not on a fixated person's list with the police, but only with Harry's private security. This is all just PR lies from Harry and Meghan yet again. Yeah, and they're saying so she must be paid quite a bit of money to show up masquerading as Harry's stalker. It's so transparent, it's embarrassing, really grasping at straws to get the public to approve of Harry getting his taxpayer funded security back, which he already has anyway. Yeah. What else in here? Exactly. But you good money. The first call he made was to Pa. Um, Another one says, if you never appeared in public, the chances of a stalker finding you are greatly reduced. Yeah, so him and Megan's just go away for a while and disappear. That would help them out. Yeah. So of course he wants it to happen. Him and Megan are masters of forcing an outcome and framing reality to anything that suits, anything that happens as yet another victimhood crusade while pretending they didn't have anything to do with it. Yeah, so again, Harry lying, him and Megalodon. And if you search, Harry and Stalker, you get the picture of the Sussex squatter who is the stalker, alleged stalker, that Harry has never filed a police report about, and who shows up everywhere, that Harry pays for, no doubt. And they also have a funny video here because, in fact, the reality is Harry married a stalker, right? A woman who has stalked Princess Diana and continues to stalk and copy and acquire the characteristics of. So this is the stalker piece at a Toro. Here she is with Chris Ship, smiling, posing for a picture. And here, stalker piece at a Toro with Omid Scobie. So you see, this is one of Harry and Meghan's buddies. He's at a Toro with another Sussex squatter. Yeah, so this is this right here, the stalker that Harry is claiming is on a fixated person and has mental health issues. I just want to play this quick clip somebody put together. Is very good, showing who the real stalker is here.
Once we announced it, I got 2 messages from 2 completely different people who sent me the front page of Valentine's Day 1984 of my mother announcing that she was pregnant with me. I was shocked. We had no idea. It was just a coincidence. Or maybe not a coincidence. Once we announced.
Yeah, it's just a coincidence. Not just like all of Megalodon outfits that she copies. Oh, just a coincidence. Yeah, sure, Harry. Sure, it's all just a coincidence. Don't believe your lying eyes. It's a conspiracy theory. It's misinformation. No, 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 no. Harry has a real stalker. Yeah, yeah. Megan's not a stalker. Oh, no, no. I mean, the inversion of reality by these Satanists it's just unbelievable, right? I just cannot make it up. And yeah, so the stalker, I thought yeah, he's dumb, but he's also evil. So I think that, and he's surrounded by some very intelligent intelligence. So helping him to wreak a lot of havoc and destruction. So I thought I haven't used my blue backs in a while. Let's look at the stalker situation, the alleged stalker situation. But even if it were true, which we know it's not, don't you find it interesting that Harry, who's so famous, they don't have any they don't have any legit stalkers. Like they don't like even the smallest of TV stars would have a stalker or two. You know what I mean? Like it just goes with being in the public eye. You know you're gonna get stalkers. It's if you have any popularity or, traction, you're gonna have, but Harry and Meghan, they're all over the media all the time, all over the world, and yet they don't have any stalkers. And the one that Harry has here, it looks like he had to make it up. He had to hire somebody to do it. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and also on the I didn't read it, but on the Reddit uh, page, they were saying how, well, isn't it convenient how Harry announces where he's going to be in the news every day? That must help out any stalkers, Like they're pointing out like Harry is really worried about stalkers. He wouldn't be announcing everything in the press ahead of time. So yeah, so let's take a look at this stalker here. He's at a Toro from the Sussex squad. And hey, peace. Harry just said you got mental health issues. You got mental health problems. Did you hear that? Well, what do you think of that, peace? Not very nice of Harry, is it? I mean, that's defamation. That's or slander. Yeah. She can come after him. I hope she sues him. Yeah. Now you're not stalking for making fun of them. They rightly need to be made fun of and exposed. They're stealing our tax dollars. They're not only stealing UK tax, they're trying to steal UK tax dollars with their security, but they've been stealing millions in US tax dollars that they need to pay back. So you know what? Harry and Meghan are criminals, and they need to be exposed for their lies and manipulations. And people just keep giving him a pass because he's royal when he's nothing but a criminal, and should be treated as such, in my opinion, and many others, as he has committed so many crimes. Let's take a look at. I want to look at Peace Editorial. Harry's relationship to Peace Editorial in this whole stalking situation. Is Harry really afraid, or is he going to have to pay? He's going to have to pay Peace extra for that insult, defaming her like that in the mainstream media. Wow. So, what's Harry's real attitude? And did he pay her to be there? I suspect he paid her to be there. And was he expecting that this is going to help him like before? 'Cause isn't it convenient that the last trial he had over his security, he showed up then too? So now she's showing up a second time. That's like a repeat performance she gives. I don't even think the Sussex squad can be bothered to go see Harry in court unless he must have had to pay her extra. So he must have had to pay big bucks for her to go there. Like seriously. She looked very uncomfortable last time she was there in that video. It's probably on the St. Meghan Markle Reddit somewhere. I had looked at it. I have a past video too that had it. I'm sure you'll find it around. They have video of her sitting there. You can see how uncomfortable she was. So, anyways, yeah, Harry and his stalker, his Sussex squad stalker. Let's see. Yeah, is he expecting this is going to help him? Is the court really going to fall for it? He really thinks the judges and everybody are dumb. He really does. He was explaining to the judge about how the law works, what's going on. It was pretty funny. Yeah, let's see. Does he really think Peace Editorial is mentally ill? Is that what it is? Let's find out. Prince Harry's Sussex Squad stalker. How's it gonna go here? Let's see what the cards show. General attitude. Oh, I see a woman here. That could be the stalker. It could be Megalodon. And a King of Swords, a man. Plotting and planning here. So multiple people involved, multiple Sussex squatters, multiple security officers here. So this was a team effort going on, obviously. Harry does not work alone. This may have been an idea concocted by Megalodon, possibly. Bottom of it all. There we go. Harry wants it to seem like he's so threatened. And he's got all these people around stalking him. You can see this guy is Harry with the red hair, and he's got the stalkers behind him. Yeah, so Harry wants, of course, he's trying to give the impression that he's in such danger all the time. You know that poor Harry the victim. He's always in such danger, with all those paparazzi that don't exist. And that 2-hour car chase, that fake car chase that never happened. I mean, all he is a pathological liar, like his stalker wife. So yeah, so he thinks he's being clever here. They came up with this little plan, him and the wifey and the Sussex squaddies. It's the basis of it all. Oh, look at that. 9 of Wands reversed. Yeah, so here you have a mentally ill man, which we know Harry is. He desperately wants that security. He's desperate. He's fear. He wants that extra IPP status because he wants that immunity. He wants that paid for by the UK taxpayers. Yeah, so he is, of course, crazy and will do anything. Nothing, no lie is too big or outrageous, as we know. This is the man, Prince Harry, who in his book claimed that he buried a dead fetus in his backyard by the banyan tree from Meghan's myth carriage. Remember that one? Yeah, it's just one. There are many more than that, as we all know. So many lies. So obviously, a man like this, who is so crazy himself, uh, would come up with an outrageous idea like that. And there goes my camera. Apologies. Getting back up. So yeah, this is one of Harry's crazy ideas. He's desperate because he knows he's going to lose. He knows he deserves to lose. He should not even be in court today. And he wouldn't be in court if it wasn't for the corruption of Mahmoudi that he's working with. Did Harry pay the Sussex squatter to be there? Did he pay her? Oh, Emperor Upright. Oh, yeah. Was she bought and paid for? Officially, man. Yeah, she's on the payroll, baby. This is definitely a business decision. She gets a regular paycheck. She may even work with intelligence. I get a government connection here. She might, she probably gets paid by Mahmoudi. She's probably getting paid by UK tax dollars. How much you want to make a bet? For sure, she's paid big time. This is a big payment. So somebody who's got a good job here, has got a job with benefits and stuff. Yeah. Well, I think she's doing quite well. Yeah, very well paid. Yeah. So what's Harry expecting by having a Sussex squatter appear as a stalker? Oh, yeah. So he thought this was going to be explosive news and it would be shock everyone. And like this was, again, desperate measures here. He wanted to, of course, it's for, to get the attention of the police and also of his family and the mainstream media. Oh yeah, he thought this story would be explosive and everyone would be talking about it because of course this gives a new explosive talking point in Harry's favor. I saw another story earlier today about Liz Hurley crying in court. They're like, Liz Hurley cried in court and said that her friends would never leak anything. So apparently Liz Hurley and Prince Harry think that none of their friends would ever leak anything. Ever. It would never happen. Their friends would never do that. They really believe that, or they want the court to believe that they believe that. The reality is, of course, we all know, duh. You know what I mean? And I think crying in court, Harry was like, Meggie Weggies, her life has been misery. And, they think they're crying up and playing the victims and their privileged lives is, it's so. Ugh. These people, they're just trying to get easy millions from and destroy the press. It's so disgusting. They're so disgusting and despicable. Go out and get a job, you lazy bums. Anyways, I have no sympathy for these people. So what's Harry worried about? Not want? Knight of Cups. Yeah, so he does not want people to realize that he has the easiest life possible. There's nothing going on. He has no stalkers. He has no paparazzi. He has nothing. Nobody cares. And he doesn't want to be found out for the lie of that. Yeah, dishonesty is like lying, dishonest Harry. So what's he hoping for? Yeah, see? Yeah, he's hoping that he can make it all about himself with this story and that everyone is going to be on his, get attention for this and sympathy from people that don't follow him and know better. It's a good PR story. And of course, he's hoping to get security. He's hoping with his personal efforts here, he is going to, and also probably using some witchcraft magic, which we know Meghan, the witch, loves using. And he's just going to bring in the attention, the publicity, shock everybody, get everybody on, the people that don't follow and know what a scumbag he actually is to say, yes, give him security. Poor Harry. Can't have anything happen to Harry. So how does Peace Adaturo, whom Harry accused of having mental health problems, how does she really affect Harry? Do you ever wonder about that? I wonder about that. How does she really affect Harry? Wah, wah. Yeah, Harry doesn't give her the time of day. I don't even think twice about her. It doesn't affect him at all. He's just, she's online. She's one of his online soldiers that he watches because, of course, Harry and Meghan are always online all the time. And so he oversees her and the rest of the Sussex squad. And but otherwise, it's very little, secretive plans. These are plans. It could be secretive plans he made with her. So of course, this was a secret plan they had. But minor arcana, he's not afraid of her, obviously. Uh, and this whole thing is just a joke. Yeah. Right, exactly. It is right up there with the New York car chase. Exactly. It's all about PR. I mean, that New York car chase really pissed me off because they made it alert breaking news with that red box showing up in the front of the newspaper and the red box. They made a really big deal. Like it's like the kind of news you get when there's an earthquake or something or a nuclear bomb went off. That kind of alert, like highest level red alert. That's what they did for Harry and Meghan's car chase because William and Catherine happened to be in the U.S. at that point, going to Boston, meeting the Boston mayor there or whatever. So Harry and Meghan had to make a huge scene, right, at that point. Really disgusting, despicable, moronic, their usual satanic stuff. So how's this going to help? Is this going to help Harry? Oh no, it's making Harry look like more of a joke than ever. Yeah, this isn't going to help Harry at all. It just makes him look like the clown that he is, and he's losing control. He's not. He knows he's probably not going to get it. His security. He's not going to get the extra money for it, extra support. And things are out of control. Everything's being exposed. Everyone knows that everything he does is just for show. It's a performance. So it's not going to help. It's only going to make things worse for him. I think even the judge is aware of how ridiculous this is and how Harry and Meghan abuse the media. Harry and Meghan are trying to get the judge to give them what they want by putting pressure through the media, right? That's what Harry and Meghan always do. They use the media to try to pressure institutions like the judge, like the royal family, to do what they want. And it's not going to work this time. I don't think it's going to work. But let's see. Final results. Oh no, I got Ace of Pentacles. Oh, Harry's getting something here. He might be getting some money. So maybe they'll get a settlement. Oh, he may get something for this. He's going to be getting something for this in the end. Some extra money. I hope it's not the security. It could be the security. It could be. I got the wall here securing him in. It's possible he may get it back. Oh God, no. I hope I'm wrong. I'm kind of getting a yes. He may end up getting it anyways, even though everyone knows what a joke he is. Possibly because he's such a problem. He needs extra watching. Yeah, you said it's almost like the Harkles has something after them they're afraid of. Yeah, they've got a bunch of demons and evil spirits after them. So they've got all their mental illness after them. Reminds me of a scene from Got the Deep and didn't come up with the money. Okay, I don't know that one, but I'm sure you're right. Yeah, yeah. They're just I can't. They're so sick of them. Their lies. And they're constantly getting the taxpayer money. That's what is furious. These two do nothing. They have no talent. They offer nothing. They're dirty, rotten, lying criminals, drug addicts, and they just keep getting more money. The criminals that they are. It's just so our tax dollars is what they keep getting. And it's just they're filth. They're worse than filth. It disgusts me. Anyways. Anyways, yeah, so there you have it. Harry Stalker is an employee who's well paid. She's disappearing because Harry pays her. He thinks he's clever, but he's not. But at the end of the day, because he's Prince Harry, he's probably still going to get what he wants. But yeah, without destroying his reputation. And, well, he's stuck with the real stalker here in the situation, Meghan Markle. So I hope you found this interesting. Thank you all for being here. Great chatting with you. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.